From unique architectural designs to breathtaking statues and pillars, these are the 15 strangest monuments around the world. Number 15. Valley of the Fallen, Spain. Valle de los Caídos was built under the orders of the Spanish dictator Francisco Franco. It commemorates and honors the casualties of the Spanish Civil War. The 500-foot cross commands respect from afar and is the centerpiece of the complex. Altogether, it took 18 years for the monuments to be built, and it is still surrounded in controversy, to be honest. It is believed that around 10% of the workers on the project were political prisoners, and that doesn't sit well with, well, anyone, really. When you look at the aerial view, you can see the abbey and the basilica. The whole complex is beautiful, but the history behind it has led to its closure for some time. In 1999, the monument was the victim of a terrorist attack by the anti-fascist group Grappo. If you find yourself in Madrid with nothing else to explore, I would suggest checking this place out. Number 14. The Balkan Mountains region, Bulgaria. While driving through winding mountain roads in the Balkan Mountains, you will stumble across some unique sights. The countryside is littered with giant brutalist architecture monuments. Instead of just focusing on one, let's take a little trip. First, we stumble across the well-known House of the Bulgarian Communist Party, abandoned, destroyed, and used as a backdrop in movies. This saucer-shaped building has become a staple of brutalist architecture and probably the most famous structure in Bulgaria. A little ways down the road, we can explore the Shipka Monument, a grand reminder of the lives lost in the liberation of Bulgaria, specifically the Battle of Shipka Pass. I'm really digging the lion above the entrance. If we keep going west, we will reach the Arc of Liberty, which is dedicated to the Bulgarian-Russian Brotherhood of Arms, celebrating the victory of the Russo-Turkish War that eventually led to the liberation of Bulgaria from Ottoman rule. If we travel east, we can arrive at the monument to 1300 years of Bulgaria. This location is massive and can be seen from 18 miles away. I have covered both this monument and the House of the Bulgarian Communist Party in previous videos more extensively, so be sure to watch them if you love this kind of stuff. Number 13. The Leshan Buddha, China. This giant Buddha statue is 233 feet tall, and it was carved out of rock between the years 713 and 803. Surprisingly, it has survived for over 1,000 years. Quite the accomplishment considering how many Buddha statues have been destroyed in the past. Perhaps the reason nature hasn't taken this area back is the still working drainage system. It provides a safe way for rainwater to avoid the statue. What would compel people to carve such a massive statue? Well, Hai Tong, a Chinese monk, believed that the giant Buddha would calm the turbulent rivers down below. The number one threat to the statue is the rampant pollution in the area. Only time will tell if humans will be responsible for the building and the destruction of this giant Buddha. Number 12. Tiruvalluvar statue, India. At the crosspoints of the Bay of Bengal, the Arabian Sea, and the Indian Ocean, you will be greeted by a 133-foot tall stone sculpture of the Tamil philosopher and poet Tiruvalluvar. Right beside it is the Vivekananda Rock Memorial. The tiny island has been part of the Indian mythology for a long time. It has become a very popular destination for people seeking enlightenment. Looking at both, the building and statue at sunrise, it's easy to see why so many people want to experience this view in real life. Number 11. Lord Murugan, Malaysia. Lord Murugan is the Hindu god of war, so raise your swords in appreciation of this massive statue. It's actually the tallest statue in Malaysia, coming in at 140 feet. It took 3 years to construct and it cost $582,000. How does it compare worldwide? It's nowhere close to breaking the top 10, but it is the second tallest Hindu statue. after the Kailasnath Mahadev statue in Nepal, which is also pretty cool. Number 10. Monument to the Conquerors of Space, Russia. With a name like that, you know we're in for a good time. The monument celebrates the dawn of the space age and all the accomplishments of Russian space exploration and technology. The whole building is covered with titanium, so in case of an apocalyptic scenario that requires you to put some titanium shielding on your sweet Mad Max ride, you know where to get it. On the front of the base, a poem loosely translated states, "And thus rewarded are our toils, that having vanquished lawlessness and dark, we have forged great flaming wings for our nation and this age of ours." Pretty inspiring words. And for you soccer fans, the 2014 Russian soccer kits were based on the monument, as you can see in this picture. Number 9. The Molinaire Structure Park, Grenada. Near the west coast of Grenada, you can find yourself surrounded by ecological contemporary art. And the best part? It's all underwater. So hold your breath and let's see what we can find. The park has been growing since 2006, with most installations happening in 2007. I haven't heard of anything going down recently. The most famous of them being the vicissitudes. The ring of 26 children holding hands symbolizes the cycle of life. Perhaps the best part about this location is that it will always change due to the wildlife surrounding it. Number 8. The Russia-Georgia Friendship Monument, Georgia. It sucks that the best friends Facebook meme has ruined all the friendship monuments for me. I can't not imagine friendship ended with Russia. Now Armenia is my best friend. Anyways, the monument was built in 1983 to celebrate the Treaty of Georgivsk, which, not surprisingly, favored Russia over Georgia. And I would hate to reduce geopolitics to a silly meme, but Russia and Georgia did have that little 5-day war back in 2008, if anyone remembers. Number 7. Hand of the Desert, Chile. Another favorite of mine. Traveling around the Atacama Desert in Chile, you can see some incredible places, structures, and natural phenomena. The Hand of the Desert is pretty high on that list. I also like the sister statue located on the beach in Paraguay. The hand has survived the desert since 1992, and apart from some graffiti here and there, it looks like it's here for the long haul. It is supposed to represent human helplessness and vulnerability. What do you think? What are the emotions it evokes? Share your thoughts with everyone in the comments below. Number 6. Tsitsanakaberd, Armenia. This imposing structure is the official memorial dedicated to the Armenian genocide. Every year, thousands of Armenians gather here on April 24th to commemorate all the people lost in the genocide of 1915. The yearly visitors reach up to 200,000 people, and for a country of 3 million, that's pretty impressive. The complex also has a museum attached to it. Altogether, the monument is pretty big. This is an aerial picture of it during additional construction. Number 5. The Star Pyramid, Scotland. Also known as Salem Rock, this pyramid in Stirling, Scotland was built in 1863. And it commemorates martyrs seeking religious freedom. During construction, a Bible was entombed in the pyramid, and each side of the pyramid has a Bible made out of marble. There isn't anything too crazy about this place. It's just strange to see a pyramid in a cemetery in Scotland. Or at least I think so, right? Number 4. The Azadi Tower, Iran. This 148-foot tall tower is completely covered in marble. It was built to celebrate the 2500th year of the foundation of the Imperial State of Iran. So I guess it was a pretty big deal? It has a few nicknames like the Imperial Gate or the Gate of Cyrus, and looking at it from above, it just looks very cool. Also, there is an observation level at the top of the tower. Doesn't look like it's in the best of shape, but the views are pretty nice, I would imagine. Oh yeah, one more thing. Underneath the tower, you will find yourself walking through the Azadi Museum, which sports some pretty cool design elements. Number 3. The Georgia Guidestones, USA. We have arrived in Georgia, the state, not the country this time. I hope she made it out alright. Poor girl. Anyway, the Georgia Guidestones were erected in 1980 by unknown benefactors. There is various inscriptions in different modern and ancient languages. Summed up in one sentence, the monument's mission statement is, "Let these be guidestones to an age of reason." The guidestones have come under scrutiny and praise. Some believe that it was ordered by the New World Order, while others think that since they were erected at the height of the Cold War, the guidestones are literal guidestones for humans that survived the theoretical nuclear war. Needless to say, avid conspiracy theorists like Mike Dice want the guidestones smashed into a million pieces. I guess they'll just agree to disagree on this one. Number 2. Floralis Generica, Argentina. Floralis Generica is a machine sculpture located in Buenos Aires, United Nations Park. At night, the petals close and every morning they open up, welcoming the sun. It's supposed to represent all the flowers in the world. Kind of strange to have a statue made out of metal to represent something natural, but in the big scope of things, it's not so bad. Number 1. The Chronicle of Georgia, Georgia. We have arrived at our final destination. When I first saw pictures of this place, I was stunned. It looked so surreal, almost fake. And on top of that, it was mysteriously hard to find information on the subject. The Hilltop Monument is an archive of Georgia's history, as the name suggests. The pillars are decorated with scenes depicting important events in the country's history. The site was commissioned in 1985, but it was never finished. It is definitely one of the more dramatic places on this list, and if you just happen to stumble upon it in your visit to Georgia, you might be awestruck. You would imagine that such a massive monument would be a very popular tourist destination, but I couldn't even find a Wikipedia article on the subject. It looks desolate in most pictures, so it makes you wonder, why is this place not famous? Is there anyone out there that can share some more information on it? Check out the featured comment below, subscribe for more World and Earth, and I'll see you in the next video.